Good evening, family. Let me tell y'all something. Too many people out here are so busy worrying about what's way down the road that they forget to take the next step right in front of them. They're out here stressed about 5 years from now, 10 years from now, how they're going to make it, how they're going to win, when the real question is, what are you doing today? See, the problem ain't that you don't have a future. The problem is you keep looking too far ahead, and that's why you feel stuck. You want to be a millionaire, but you won't start that business. You want to be happy, but you keep entertaining people who drain your energy. You want to be successful, but you're scared to take the first step because you think the whole staircase got to be visible. Let me tell you something. Life don't work like that. Success don't work like that. You don't have to see the whole picture. You just got to take one step. One. That's it. I don't care how big the dream is, how impossible it looks. You got to stop waiting for the perfect moment and just move forward. Stop worrying about how you're going to make it all the way and focus on making it through today. Because let me tell you something. Your future is built on what you do now. Not next year, not next month, not even next week. Now, some of y'all keep asking God, when is my breakthrough coming? But God is looking right back at you like, I gave you the talent. I gave you the vision. I put the dream inside you. What you waiting on? You don't need all the answers. You just need the courage to move. So listen, whatever you've been holding off on, whatever you've been hesitating on, it's time to stop looking too far ahead and just start walking. You'll never reach your destination if you're too scared to leave where you are. The road might not be clear, but if you take the first step, the next step will reveal itself. And if you keep going, one day you'll look up and realize you made it. So stop looking so far ahead that you get paralyzed by fear. Look forward, take the step, trust the process, and watch how far you go. Let's get it! Taking the first step is often the hardest part of any journey. It's where most people hesitate, where doubt creeps in, and where fear tries to convince you that you're not ready. But the truth is, no one ever truly feels ready. Waiting for the perfect moment will keep you stuck in the same place, watching opportunities pass you by while others who had the courage to take the leap move forward. Think about a baby learning to walk. They don't sit there analyzing every step before they take it. They don't wait until they fully understand balance, coordination, and muscle control. They just go for it. They wobble, they fall, but they get back up and try again, and before you know it, they're running. That's exactly how success works. You don't need to have it all figured out before you begin. You just need to move. One of the biggest lies people believe is that they need to have a perfect plan before they can start. They think they need more money, more knowledge, more connections, or more experience. But the most successful people in the world didn't wait until they had everything lined up perfectly. They started where they were with what they had and figured out the rest along the way. If you spend your whole life waiting for certainty, you'll spend your whole life waiting. Fear will always try to hold you back. It will whisper things like, what if you fail? Or what if people judge you? But let's flip that around. What if you succeed? What if this one decision changes your whole life? You'll never know if you don't try. The people you admire, the ones who have built incredible careers, relationships, and legacies, all had a moment where they had to step out in faith. They didn't know exactly how things would turn out, but they trusted themselves enough to move forward anyway. People love to talk about their dreams, but talking won't make anything happen. You can sit in a room and visualize success all day long, but if you don't take action, nothing will change. You can read all the books, attend all the seminars, and listen to all the motivational speeches, but at the end of the day, you have to actually do something. Too many people get stuck in the trap of preparation. They keep preparing, keep planning, keep researching, but never actually step out. Preparation is important, but there comes a point where preparation turns into procrastination. Some people are so afraid of making the wrong move that they make no move at all. They overthink, they analyze every possible outcome, and they let their own thoughts talk them out of action. But the only wrong move is no move. Even if you make mistakes, you will learn. Even if things don't go as planned, you will grow. Every successful person has failed at some point, but failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of success. Each failure is just a lesson that prepares you for the next step. You don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. People see successful individuals and think they had some special advantage, but most of them started with nothing. They weren't handed their success. They earned it by taking risks and stepping into the unknown. They understood that the first step wouldn't be perfect, but they took it anyway. The problem with waiting for the perfect moment is that it never comes. There will always be a reason to wait. Too busy, too tired, too unsure. But the truth is, the only way to move forward is to move now. Some people hesitate because they compare themselves to others. They look at someone who's already successful and think, I'll never be like them. But they forget that person also started somewhere. No one begins as an expert. Every master was once a beginner. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. The ones who succeed took action while the others kept making excuses. It's easy to get overwhelmed when you think about the entire journey ahead of you. You might have big dreams, and when you look at how far you have to go, it feels impossible. But here's the secret. You don't have to do it all at once. You just have to take one step, then another, then another. Before you know it, you'll be further than you ever imagined. Doubt is a powerful thing. It can make you believe you're not good enough, not talented enough, not ready. But doubt is just a liar. The only way to silence it is to prove it wrong through action. The more steps you take, the quieter that voice becomes. The more you do, the more confidence you gain. And confidence doesn't come from waiting, it comes from doing. Some people hesitate because they don't want to fail in front of others. They worry about what people will think if they struggle or make mistakes. But here's the truth. People are too busy worrying about their own lives to focus on yours. And even if they do judge you, so what? Their opinions won't pay your bills. Their opinions won't build your dream. The only person who has to believe in you is you. The biggest regrets in life don't come from the things you tried and failed at. They come from the things you never tried at all. Years from now, you don't want to look back and wonder what could have happened if you had just taken that chance. You don't want to spend your life stuck in the what ifs. What if you had started that business? What if you had taken that opportunity? What if you had stepped outside your comfort zone? You never want to be in a position where you have to wonder. Comfort zones feel safe, but nothing grows there. If you stay where you are because it's comfortable, you will never reach your potential. Growth requires movement. It requires stepping into the unknown. It requires being willing to feel uncomfortable for a while, knowing that the reward will be worth it. There will always be reasons to wait. There will always be excuses available. But the people who succeed are the ones who refuse to let excuses stop them. They understand that action is the only way forward. They know that taking the first step is the hardest part, but once they do, momentum takes over. If you're waiting for a sign, this is it. The time to start is now. The moment you take action, you begin to change your life. The journey won't be easy, but it will be worth it. And years from now, you'll look back and realize that everything you achieved started with one simple decision: to take that first step. Trusting the process is one of the most difficult but necessary things you will ever do. It's human nature to want immediate results, to see progress right away, to feel like all your hard work is paying off instantly. But life doesn't work like that. Success, growth, and transformation all take time. The problem is too many people give up because they don't see results fast enough. They start something, but when things don't move at the speed they expected, they start questioning everything. They start doubting whether it's even worth it, whether they made the right choice, whether they should just quit and try something else. But here's the truth. Everything great takes time to build. The process is what molds you, shapes you, and prepares you for what's coming next. The reason most people don't succeed isn't because they're not talented enough or smart enough. They expect to plant a seed and see a tree the next day. But that's not how nature works. You plant a seed, you water it, and for a while, you don't see anything happening. But beneath the surface, things are moving, roots are growing, the foundation is forming, and one day that seed breaks through the soil. The same thing happens in life. Just because you don't see progress immediately doesn't mean progress isn't happening. People give up too soon because they think slow progress means no progress. They look around and see others achieving success, and they start to feel like they're behind. But what they don't see is the years of effort, the struggles, and the sacrifices those people went through. Social media makes it look like success happens overnight, but that's an illusion. Behind every overnight success is a story of persistence, failure, and faith. The process is designed to teach you things you wouldn't learn otherwise. If you got everything you wanted the moment you asked for it, you wouldn't appreciate it. You wouldn't be ready for it. You wouldn't know how to handle it. The struggles, the setbacks, the moments of doubt, they're all part of preparing you for what's coming. If you don't trust the process, you'll never develop the strength, the wisdom, or the resilience you need to handle the blessings that are waiting for you. Some people quit because they feel like they're not making a difference. They put in work, but they don't see the results they expected. They don't realize that most progress happens beneath the surface before it ever becomes visible. Think about an iceberg. What you see above the water is only a small part of it. The real foundation is underneath, hidden from view. That's exactly how the journey to success works. What's happening behind the scenes is just as important as what you eventually see. Doubt will always try to creep in when things aren't happening fast enough. Your mind will start telling you that you're wasting your time, that you should be further along, that maybe you should just settle for something easier. But that's when you have to remind yourself why you started in the first place. You didn't come this far just to give up because things aren't happening on your timeline. Sometimes delays are just part of the process. Sometimes things don't happen when you want them to because you're being prepared for something bigger than you can even imagine. Success isn't just about reaching the goal, it's about who you become along the way. If everything came easy, you wouldn't grow. It's the struggles, the failures, the moments of doubt that make you stronger. Every challenge you overcome adds to your Every time you keep going when you feel like quitting, you're building resilience. Every setback is just setting you up for a comeback. Patience is the hardest part because it requires faith. It requires believing in something you can't yet see. It requires knowing that just because something hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't happen. Too many people give up right before their breakthrough. They walk away right before things start to shift in their favor. They stop believing in themselves because they let time discourage them instead of strengthen them. Comparison will make you feel like you're behind, but you have to understand everyone's journey is different. Just because someone else is succeeding faster than you doesn't mean they're more deserving. It just means their process is different. The worst thing you can do is measure your progress against someone else's timeline. You have to run your own race. Your journey is yours alone, and no one else can define what success looks like for you. Discomfort is part of the process. Growth never happens in your comfort zone. The reason why so many people stay stuck is because they're afraid of discomfort. They want things to change, but they don't want to go through the hard part. They don't want to struggle. They don't want to fail. They don't want to feel lost. But you can't get to the next level without going through some things. You can't become your best self without facing challenges. If you're uncomfortable, that means you're growing. That means you're being stretched. That means you're getting closer to where you're supposed to be. Some people give up too early because they want to see the whole picture before they take another step. But that's not how faith works. You don't get to see the entire plan before you move. You don't get all the answers up front. You just have to take the step in front of you and trust that the rest will unfold as you go. Too many people stand still because they want certainty before they move, but certainty doesn't come before action. It comes after. You have to trust that what's ahead of you is worth it, even if you don't know exactly what it looks like yet. There will be moments where you feel like nothing is happening. There will be times when you wonder if it's even worth it. But that's when you have to remind yourself that the process takes time. The hardest part of any journey is the middle, the part where you've come too far to turn back, but you're not yet where you want to be. That's where most people give up. But if you can push through the middle, if you can keep moving forward when it feels like nothing is working, that's when breakthroughs happen. People love to celebrate the destination, but the journey is where the real magic happens. The journey is where you build character, where you discover what you're really capable of, where you prove to yourself that you are stronger than your doubts. The journey is where you become the person who deserves the success that's waiting for you. Some things won't make sense while you're going through them, but one day you'll look back and realize why it all had to happen the way it did. The delays, the setbacks, the moments of frustration, it was all necessary. Every single struggle was shaping you, teaching you, and preparing you. What felt like a setback was actually a setup. What felt like a delay was actually divine timing. What felt like an obstacle was actually an opportunity to grow. The process may not always be easy, but it is always worth it. There's a reason you started, a reason you had that dream in the first place. If you can hold on, if you can keep believing even when it doesn't make sense, if you can trust that everything is working in your favor even when you can't see it yet, you will make it. What you do today determines where you will be tomorrow. Too many people focus so much on the future that they forget the power of the present moment. They dream about success. They visualize a better life. They imagine themselves achieving great things, but they don't take action today. The truth is, your future is simply a reflection of your daily habits, choices, and mindset. You can't wait for success to magically appear. You have to create it with the decisions you make every single day. People look at successful individuals and wonder how they got there. They think it was luck, timing, or some special advantage. But if you look deeper, you'll see that their success was built on consistent effort. They didn't just wake up one day and achieve their dreams. They showed up every single day, even when they didn't feel like it. They put in the work when no one was watching. They made the choice to stay focused, to keep learning, to push through challenges. Success isn't built in a day, but it is built daily. Many people say they want success, but their actions don't match their words. They talk about their goals, but they keep making excuses about why they can't start. They say they want to be financially free, but they keep spending money recklessly. They say they want to be in great shape, but they keep skipping workouts. They say they want to build a business, but they keep waiting for the right time to start. The truth is, there is no right time. The only time you have is now. If you don't take control of today, you will never have the future you want. Small actions may seem insignificant in the moment, but over time they add up to massive results. Every great achievement is the result of thousands of small steps taken consistently. The problem is, most people don't see immediate results, so they get discouraged. They start eating healthy, but after a week, they don't see a big change, so they quit. They start working on a project, but they don't see progress fast enough, so they give up. What they don't realize is that success works like compounding interest. It grows over time. Every positive action you take builds momentum, and eventually the results start to show. Discipline is the key to shaping your future. Motivation will come and go, but discipline is what keeps you moving forward. There will be days when you don't feel like putting in the work. There will be times when you're tired, frustrated, and tempted to quit. But that's when discipline kicks in. Discipline is doing what you need to do even when you don't feel like it. It's choosing long-term success over short-term comfort. It's making sacrifices today so you can have a better tomorrow. Many people wait for the perfect moment to start taking action, but the perfect moment doesn't exist. If you're always waiting for ideal conditions, you'll never make progress. Life will always be busy. There will always be obstacles. There will always be challenges. The The people who succeed are the ones who take action despite the obstacle. They understand that the only way to create a better future is to make the most of today. Your mindset plays a huge role in shaping your future. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, that you don't have what it takes, that success is for other people but not for you, then that's exactly what will happen. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you believe in yourself, if you believe that your actions today will create a better future, then you will move differently. You will make better choices. You will push through challenges. You will refuse to give up. People often underestimate the power of consistency. They think one big effort is all it takes to succeed. But success doesn't come from one big action. It comes from showing up every day and doing the work. Think about a tree growing. You don't plant a seed and expect a tree the next day. You water it consistently. You give it sunlight. You take care of it. And over time, it grows into something strong and unshakable. That's exactly how success works. You have to nurture your dreams every single day. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking they have time. They keep saying, I'll start tomorrow. I'll get serious next week. I'll focus on my goals when things slow down. But time doesn't wait for anyone. Days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, and before you know it, years have passed and you're still in the same place. The people who succeed are the ones who understand that time is the most valuable resource they have. They don't waste it. They use every day as an opportunity to move closer to their goals. It's easy to get distracted by things that don't matter. Social media, entertainment, negativity, other people's opinions, these things can steal your time and energy if you're not careful. If you're serious about shaping your future, you have to protect your time. You have to be intentional about how you spend your day. Every minute you waste on distractions is a minute you could have spent building your dreams. The most successful people are the ones who focus on what truly matters. They don't let distractions pull them away from their goals. The choices you make today determine your future. Every day you have the choice to take action or make excuses. You have the choice to push forward or stay stuck. You have the choice to let fear control you or to take the risk. No one else can make those choices for you. No one else is responsible for your success. It's up to you to take ownership of your future. There will be challenges along the way. There will be failures. There will be moments when you feel like giving up. But if you keep moving forward, if you keep showing up every day, if you refuse to quit, success will come. It may not happen overnight, but it will happen. The only way to fail is to stop trying. Some people think they need a perfect plan before they start. They wait until they have everything figured out. But the truth is, you learn by doing. You figure things out along the way. No one has all the answers in the beginning. The most successful people are the ones who start before they feel ready. They trust that they will learn and grow as they go. Growth requires stepping out of your comfort zone. If you keep doing the same things you've always done, you'll keep getting the same results. If you want a different future, you have to be willing to do things differently. You have to be willing to take risks, to challenge yourself, to push past your limits. Growth is uncomfortable, but it's necessary. Many people give up too soon because they don't see immediate results. But success is a long game. You have to be willing to put in the work even when you don't see instant rewards. You have to trust that every action you take today is moving you closer to your future. Your future is in your hands. No one else is going to do it for you. No one else is responsible for making your dreams come true. It's up to you to take action, to stay focused, and to make the most of every single day.